Let's take a musical trip. This blog assignment is about global music, and we're going to be examining music that is outside of the mainstream music that has been cultivated in the United States and Europe. So what do I mean by that? Well, that would include music that is very specific to a cultural sound, but that would exclude most pop music and classical music. For the sake of example, let's say you want to learn more about music from New Zealand. Good. There's a wealth of music from the Maori people in New Zealand, and I have read some fabulous blog articles about their unique musical culture. I've learned a ton, and that would be an excellent topic. So what about the singer Lorde? She's from New Zealand. Nah. I love her music, but the style of music that she offers isn't specific to New Zealand. Her roots are in mainstream popular music, and she would not be a good choice. You have to be careful too, because just because a performer is from a specific culture doesn't mean that their music is. Just because you're Native American doesn't mean that your music is Native American. An example, I've heard Athabascans doing rap music, and if you listen to their music outside of the context, you wouldn't know that it was an Athabascan rapper. On the other hand, I've also heard Lakota Sioux rappers, and they did include sounds from their culture in their rap, and their lyrics were addressing issues that were very specific to their contemporary cultural identity, and I would accept that for this blog assignment. So make sure that the performer you select and the music they're creating are a match. You're going to need to showcase at least 2 musical selections in your blog post, and you'll be illustrating to your readers the music elements that contribute to the distinct and unique sound that sets that music apart. So for example, if you were going to do a presentation on classical music from India, you would discuss microtones. They use these notes that are closer together than our intervals, and it's way out of the experience of mainstream music here in America. Their intervals are just really tiny, and then you could go over specific timbres in the instruments and then the repeated patterns that are found in classical music of India. And your research should really help you discuss these features with clarity. Speaking of research, an additional requirement for this blog is discussing the cultural significance of the music you selected. How does this music serve the people who created it? Is it designed to inspire fear in the enemies? Does it tell an important cultural story? Does it honor the dead? Was it designed for court entertainment for the ruling class? Did it serve a spiritual purpose? Is it for dancing? So what does your research tell you about the function of the musical tradition you selected? Just as you did in your previous blogs, you will need to include your opinion of the music that you feature, and you'll need to tell people what you found that was appealing, and make sure that you point that out to your readers. I did say readers, but if you'd like to do a video blog, you can do that too. You can do that for any of these assignments. As an example of a video blog, I did one on Calypso, and you'll find the link down below. Good scholarship is required on this blog post, and just like all the blog posts for this course, you will need a minimum of 2 quality sources. And you will need to cite those sources at the bottom of your blog in MLA style with hyperlinks to the internet sources. Good editing is required, and this might be a blog that would benefit from some images. It isn't required, but images might be really helpful to convey understanding, in particular when you're featuring instruments. Something to keep in mind when you're creating your blog is the usefulness that your entire blog could serve beyond the confines of this course. Your blog can serve as part of a portfolio of your digital age communication capabilities, and you could use it as part of a job resume or applications to grad school. There is a second part of this assignment, and it's commenting on 2 of your classmates' blog. Great learning to be had there, and just like the previous comment assignments, you will be required to offer up your opinion politely and add more to the discussion for the purposes of learning and further exploration. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to share and where your musical trips will take us.